Welcome to the Ranger's Respite. I'm Phil, and today we're talking about another Virginia whiskey from a Virginia distillery that's in the polls for this week. I just got it. I'm going into this review completely having not touched this bottle before pouring my glass about a minute ago. This is maple syrup finished American single malt whiskey from Spirit Lab Distilling in Charlottesville, Virginia. A distillery that's been on my list to get to or get a bottle from for quite a while because I have family in Charlottesville, and also they seem like a really cool distillery. But before I get into the review, if you like what I'm doing, if you like the Virginia Whiskey Tournament, if you would like to support the continuation of this content, I have an Etsy shop where I sell hand-turned pens, some of which are from bourbon barrels, some are from other exotic and domestic hardwoods, a lot of salvage wood too, and bowls. I make wooden bowls. I list them on Etsy, and when you buy a bowl from me on Etsy, you are supporting the show and me. That out of the way, let's jump into this. I've been pretty excited about this one. I should tell you a little bit about Spirit Lab Distilling. They're the oldest distillery in Charlottesville. They distill everything in-house using a 300-liter Portuguese pot still. Distilled by their distiller and owner, Ivar Oss. And they do some really interesting stuff. They have unique minimalist labels that I've always been fascinated by. I like their labels. They have a wide range of influence in the art on their labels, and they're all unique, and I really like that. On the nose, there's the rich sweetness of the maple finish. I think I mentioned that this is the maple finished single malt. There's that rich, sort of like almost sourdoughy, but bready heartiness to the core of the whiskey. At 55% alcohol by volume, it is a little bit punchy, but not unreasonably so. Doesn't jump out at you like it's being really aggressive. There's like the note of like dried leaves not quite beginning to decompose. Definite like oak sawdust. Maple candy, like we get them in our stockings every year. They're like pure compressed maple sugar, maple leaf shaped candies. They aren't as sweet as you would expect. Ooh. Ooh. It really expands on the palate. There are rich floral notes, that maple candy, some oakiness, and some rich breadiness, but it's amazingly light and delicate and floral. Coming back to the nose, yeah, I can smell it a little bit, like orange blossom water or cherry blossom water. Just a little bit of vanilla and caramel. Really opens up beautifully on the palate. This is fantastic stuff. This is a totally unique single malt. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. I really like it. The finish is just it's slightly oily. That sweet maple, dried leaves, and like late summer flowers. Just wonderful, beautiful, gentle. I really like this stuff. This is fantastic stuff. It's just a hint of like cherry cordial. Beautiful stuff. I really like this stuff. And speaking of, I don't give numeric scores on my show. I find that they don't really tell a very good story. There are things that might score a whole lot of points, but I can't really recommend. So instead, I ask and then answer 3 questions. First question is, do I like it? Absolutely. I think this is probably one of my favorite American single malt whiskeys. Absolutely beautiful, amazing stuff. I can't wait to get Doug to try it. Question number 2. Do I think it's a good value? Yeah. Yeah, it is expensive. The cost of this is roughly equivalent to this, though. So it's not outside of the realm of the usual. And for such a small distillery, you've got to pay the premium, because otherwise they're going to get swamped and just lose out to people who can put out a lot more product. So, yeah, and nobody else is making a whiskey quite like this. And I have to say, I 100% believe that this is worth every penny of what I paid. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. If you like Virginia whiskey, if you like American single malt whiskey, and you're looking for something that is delicate but complex and has great depth of and richness of flavor, that's a solid pick. I definitely recommend that. I almost wish that I could get the a 750 of it, but that's not how it was bottled. This is a 375, but beautiful stuff. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to talk about it next Thursday. Why would I be talking about it next Thursday? Because I'm a co-host of the Single Malt Frontier podcast, where we focus on American single malt whiskeys. And next Thursday, I'm going to be running the show talking about Virginia single malt whiskeys. That's J.H. Bard's, Virginia Distillery Company, Copper Fox, Cashel, Spirit Lab Distilling. All make fantastic products, and I can't wait to talk about them. And I may have to reach out and see if any of the folks involved are willing to drop in for a few moments and talk about their products. Speaking of talking about products and whiskey, if you are looking for a place to go to talk about whiskey and assorted related hobbies, a good place to go is the Whiskey Lodge Discord server. I'm a moderator there. We maintain a chill, welcoming atmosphere, and we would love to see you in the lodge. We like talking to people about whiskey and other spirits, and we have a pretty broad, diverse community there. If you are intrigued and you'd like to see Spirit Lab Distilling move on to round 2 of the Virginia Whiskey Tournament, there is still time to vote. Voting closes at midnight on Friday. Until then, vote for your favorite distillery or the distillery that you think sounds the most interesting. I'm running the polls on Twitter and Instagram. The links are in the description down below, along with a link to my Etsy shop, the Spirit Lab website, and I think that covers everything. So, until next time, it's been good talking to you. Stay happy, stay geeks, Sláinte.